So today I'll be showing you my whole candy collection. I make candy and I also just make other necklaces and bracelets too. So obviously I'm going to show you all of them like here and then like describe like if I can remember creating it, what the vision was behind it. Let's start the video. One of my proudest candy creations has to be my little bag I made. Not a very practical bag, you know, there's no zip, there's no lining. Could you please be quiet? A leaf blower. Do leaf blowers even do anything? Who knows? I absolutely love this bag, it's just so cute. And the colours, I love the colours, you know, if you know you know. And it has a little, I think it's pretty sturdy though, because I have taken it out with me before and like put my phone in and stuff, so you know it's fairly sturdy. And I did see someone actually do the school backpack out of candy, so I think beads and string are definitely more sturdy than you might think. And then years ago, like I would say maybe 3 years ago, no, 4 5 years ago, can't remember, but when me and my mum first moved into, all you need to know is years ago I got a toy out of a Big Mac, because yes, as an adult I did order a kiddie meal. And it was, you know, Mr. Men, and this is Little Miss Sunshine, and she just came as a little toy, and I thought this would be great like on a bracelet or something, so I put Sunshine on the writing. Obviously the smiley face is the U, and just little red beads as like embellishment. I think that's pretty cool. I think it's probably better if you wore it like that. It's pretty cool. So when I went to my prom and I needed like a little purse to go in my little bag, a little purse with a smiley face on, because I was kind of, I just wanted like a little cute purse, and I got a Smiley World smiley purse. Like it was a pineapple, but I took the green bit of the pineapple was here. I took that off and I literally just put it on a necklace with the little smiley faces, and then another like a little smiley choker I made, the little smileys on it. Rubber ducky. I have a yellow bucket hat with a smiley face on, and in fact I will show you. So it's a little smiley face bucket hat, little smiley face, and it was meant as a necklace, but it fits on like basically perfectly, so it looks like I have a nice little friend on my bucket hat. And then I got a Carmex. Carmex is not a good lip balm, I'm sorry, but it isn't. Like, it literally isn't a good lip balm. I just dried my lips out, but I really like the packaging, so I made like a little Carmex themed candy. You know, put Carmex on the side, put the little, you know, like a little strawberry bead on, etc. I tried to make candy dentures, like teeth, but they didn't go to plan. Can you see that? I based them on my own mouth, so I have like 3 fillings in my mouth, so the grey teeth are the teeth that I have a filling on, and basically like they're the gums, so they kind of work but they kind of don't. That was a bit of a candy fail, but you know, I tried. And then I've got some purple. I never really wear purple, well I don't wear purple, but I had some purple beads and purple string, so I made a little purple X-Base cuff. These are just so easy to make, and just I feel like they always look good. And then made some purple rings. They're pretty cute. I like the light purple. I made a little purple single. It just says vibes, which is quite nice. And then I made 2 other little singles with the purple beads. And then I have a couple of blue ones here. Again, it's like I had the blue beads to use up, so I may as well use them up. This one, I quite like the design of this, but if I was to make it differently next time, I would make sure the diamonds were tighter, because they often like collapse in on themselves, which is kind of annoying. But I like this one. I like wearing this one. I like wearing this one more than I like this one. And then I have a couple more singles. I don't have a lot of singles. I usually just make cuffs. So I have some pink ones. These 2 are pretty cute. And then I have a nice yellow one as well. And it says my name on, but there was no vowels. So it just says JXDX. So where the A and the E is, there's just an X. And then I have some green clips, clips with butterflies on them, and then I put little green buttons on. I like the little button clips. Then I made bracelets. This one is really nice. It's just so aesthetically pleasing. It kind of reminds me of, you know, those sweets, teeth and lips, like the teeth. It's really, I really like the colours on this. It's very nice. And then I have this little guy. So look at him, this little bow. And I made this like cute little dress for him, and then he's like kind of like on a swing. That's pretty cool. I like that one. And I actually made a rosary. I've made 2 rosaries. I will insert some footage of another rosary I made. So here is the rosary that is, I love the white. I did like a white goth outfit once, the big like white long dress. So that's like my white rosary, and then I made like another little white pearl necklace. These are little clips. And then I have another like pearl necklace, and I put little pearls on a safety pin, so that's more like a choker. The other rosary I made is more like authentic. It's not, obviously. I'm not Catholic. Well, I was christened Catholic, but I'm not. I'm an atheist, but I think rosaries are really pretty. I listen to goth music, so when I want to dress a little bit goth, I basically put on a rosary because it makes it feel more like an authentic goth outfit. So I can't remember how to pray the rosary, but the different beads mean different prayers basically. So I tried to make it as realistic as possible, like where you're supposed to put fluff. I have a pink Afghan coat, and the fluff always stays on the necklaces. So these, I think these are like Our Father prayers or something, I don't know. And then an ankh, I think that's called. And then I have another little choker similar to the one I'm wearing now. And then I have another single. This says snooker on it. So I had all of these little, basically a month ago, was it a month ago now? Maybe a month and a half ago, I was watching the World Snooker Championship, and I had all of these little beads. I was like, what can I make with all of these little coloured beads? So I thought, oh wait, I was like, I'm onto something here. Is there enough colours to make, like, if you know snooker, but how there's the different coloured balls on the table. So in snooker there's 15 red balls, so these are the 15 red balls, and then there's the coloured balls. The white one's the cue ball that you hit the other balls with, obviously. Now, I didn't have a brown ball, so I had to use a gold one. They have actually recently brought out a tournament with a gold ball. I've never watched it because it kind of seems a bit gimmicky. So that's supposed to be a brown ball, and then that's supposed to represent the green baize, you know, like the cloth, and then just snooker in the middle. Here are some stars. This one's quite cute, I like this one. I have this one which kind of reminds me of like mermaid colours, you know, like the Barbie films with the mermaids. It's kind of like, especially with the star, it feels very... And then I made a matching ring bracelet. I put key rings. I put little pony beads around key rings and then put them on the actual bracelet, which I thought was pretty... I mean, that's a pretty good idea. So you can still do this. Yeah, these are like matching. I really do like this one. I think this was the first star that I made. And this little single, black, grey, white and purple. If you know, you know. A little rubber ducky. So I will show you my other delights, my other things that I've created. So here is my little, I had a little bag and the other straps broke, so obviously there is this strap, but I thought I would just like pimp it out. So I've got a little, you know, like a little ribbon, and then I made my own little sort of sling to put my arm in. I got like a bracelet making set off my grandma, so I used what was in that. And then I've got like a little kuromi on there, a little fake Vivian Westwood thing, these little stars, a little necklace with the, what are these called? And then I have another little black necklace here. And then, so this is all attached, everything except from this necklace is attached to this bag. So I have a little old, this used to be like a jean, you know, a bike chain that I would put on my jeans. Little safety pin, some more, a little ribbon, some more stars, some more safety pins, and then some more stars, a little tiny little kuromi bag, and I keep my fidget toy that I have in very anxious situations. So I have a little worm in there, and then I have a little candy cow that I made, really cute. And then I've got my little tiny carabiners on there, and then sometimes I will put on, and then I have my big carabiner on there. So yeah, that's my little candy bag, which I'm very proud of. Well, my little DIY bag. I have this other bag that I kind of like DIY'd and put some pearls on it. This was to go with like the white goth outfit. I made my little bow to go on there, and I made some white pearl singles to like wear with it. And I have some more pearls here, and I just put those on. My mum actually gave them me. They were like, my mum gave me this. It was like a little necklace, I think, and I just like kind of took some of it apart, kept some on, and then I put it on a little keyring. Okay, voiceover Jade here for a second. I just wanted to show you where I actually store my candy. I keep it on my chest of drawers in these nice little baskets, so then I can actually see what I've like created. It's very satisfying. And then I keep certain things on the wall as well. Try to keep everything where, you know, within reach, so then I can always use it if I like, and I can always see it as part of the room decor. Anyway, back to the video. So, picture the scene. Come on, work with me, work with me. Picture the scene. It's... I'm telling you to picture the scene, and I'm like, I can't picture the scene myself. So, it would be July of 2025. So last year, it's now 2026. We're almost in June 2026. That means it's nearly my birthday again. Yay! So last year, I have actually made a separate video about this. It was a very stressful year, and I developed an autoimmune condition because of that stress. But I was really excited for my birthday, and because me and my grandma have the same birthday, we, you know, have like a joint celebration in July. So I was really excited. I just bought some clothes off Lucy and Yak. I absolutely love Lucy and Yak, just the colours, the designs, very comfortable as well. This July with birthday money I'm hopefully gonna buy some more because I've lost weight, so I don't fit in a lot of my clothes anymore, and I already don't have that many clothes to begin with. But yeah, I was really excited for my birthday. I just got some clothes off of Lucy and Yak. So I had some black dungarees and like a rainbow, like a stripy rainbow shirt. And I've loved what's her name, Cybergirl, but she has like the best like aesthetic ever. I love it. I love the rainbow decor, so I really wanted to like emulate that. And so I remember this summer so vividly. So basically in that July I was like, okay, for the family gathering I want to wear like a whole rainbow decor outfit, right? And obviously when you make these things yourself it takes time, right? So I remember literally just like every day making like the rainbow for that day. So it wasn't just like this, I made loads of candy. Like, okay, so while I'm making the candy, you know, while it's summer, you know, I'll have like a few drinks and I'll make some candy and I'll watch Arcane. So every single time I look at this jewellery, I remember watching Arcane for the first time. It's on Netflix. So we have this cuff. It's an X base, so like the bases are the X's. And then I did these little mounts. And then this, I think it's a peyote stitch. Peyote? Yeah. These are kind of annoying to make for me. I don't really like making them if I can help it because I prefer X bases, like X base supremacy. I hate doing this kind of stitch. It's a bit finicky and I've never really got used to it. And then I made these singles, so let's get all of the singles so I can show you. So I made some of different lengths, as you can see, because I wanted some to like go up my arm. Oh, another single. This one's quite cute. Then this, I made this. This was to like clip onto both of my, you know, like the little loops in the dungarees, so it like added another element to it. Plus, like on my dungaree, like, you know, on the pocket, I always, like I've done here, I use clips as brooches. I think it just adds something to the outfit. And then these, I love these so much. When I was younger, before I had a sense of style, I always had this idea that, oh, I'd love to be like goth, I'd love to be seen, I'd love to be emo. And I remember, do you remember customizing your homepage with those apps that made you, you know, so you could do like the wallpapers and then change the icons on your phone? I know that still exists, that's still a thing, but I remember I was obsessed with pastel goth and like, do you know those like Tumblr edits, like those edits where it was like very the 1975-esque, and then I loved like the emo and the scene haircut. And I remember going to the hairdressers like at 15 and I was like, I brought a scene haircut, you know, like photo. And maybe it's because I was young and I don't know, but the hairdresser did not give me a seam fringe. She gave me this little tiny whisper of a fringe. I was so disappointed and I was like, no, I didn't get my emo scene fringe. But this, the black, you know, like the black and the colours that's just makes me happy. It's like my scene emo like fantasy has come true. And anyway, to finish off the rainbow, I love making, these are really annoying to wear. Like if you get the pony beads and you make it a ring, they're really annoying to wear, but I love it. I love it. So yeah, that was the rainbow collection. Now on that day, I will have worn this cuff. Now I'm going to, you know, when I saw a video where it was like, and I think it's part of a larger trend where it's like the back of my outfit is nobody's business. Like, this looks fine, like good, and then look at the back. This was the first of these ladder stitches cuffs that I ever did, and I used pony beads of different sizes and different colours. So, you know, like when you're going out in all black, but it's in different shades of black, and it's really annoying. So, but I keep thinking to myself, should I remake it? But I think it's got character. Like, you can see where I've like added more thread and I've not hid it very well. And I think it's got character. So, as you can see, it says QKTHR. That's aphex twin. It's like, it's become a bit of like a meme song now. Yes, this is one of my favourite cuffs. I wear this a lot. And then, does this remind you of anything? Okay, because if you know, you will know immediately. There's a bit of a like an online meme. Whenever someone sees blue and pink, they have to comment, and I've done it myself. TV Girl reference, right? There's an artist, TV Girl, and there's like a very iconic album cover there, or is it an EP? I don't know. And it's blue and pink. It's very iconic. So I made these two cuffs to be like worn together, so it'll be like a TV Girl reference. I made this. You make like little, almost like rings, and you put them on some string, so obviously you can see the string. If I was to make one of these now, I would do like a single, so then you can't see the string. But these make for a great sensory toy, like a fidget toy. So obviously I used little charms for one of the bracelets. So there's a little dragon fruit, some smiley faces, some flower smiley faces. It's just with the string as it is, it gets stuck sometimes. Then I used, you know, pony beads just in a ring. Pony beads to make these little flowers. I used these little clear stars with the little star in there. Use these little, like the alphabet, the letter beads. And then this, if you can recognize that, that is, let's see if I have the logo anywhere. It's a tangle. So I just made them into rings and I put them on the KANDI basically, and I love this. So because I really like having orange hair, I have experimented with pink this time round, but I think I prefer the orange. In fact, me and my mum just watched Turning Red again, but I love Mei Mei's hair because it's, if you look really close, it's like orangey at the top and then red at the bottom. I really want to try that hair. So anyway, I thought, because I don't have any orange clothing, what better way to make my hair a part of the outfit? Orange KANDI. This is another X-base cuff. Look at how cute this is. So it's just one X. I made some orange rings, and then as you can see, I've got one here, but I literally just took these like little pink, they're technically heart clips, and you literally just thread on the bottom, and then you can literally just wear it in your hair, and it like adds something to your hair. And now I think what's really in the spirit of KANDI is to use whatever you can find. Like, so when I was younger, the lip smackers were a thing. Do you remember them? Where you could get like Dr. Pepper lip balm, Fanta lip balm, etc. Primark is still continuing this thing, or at least they were when I was in there, and they had like different brands of, they're so gimmicky, but different brands of lip balm. So I got one, like an ice lolly one, clip on. So I've literally just put that on. If I were to make this again, I would do a different shade of orange, and I would not have this thing, but it's a nice little, so obviously it's like this amazing like I just want to bite it. It's like this amazing like rubbery material. So continuing with the orange theme, obviously I've got a nice little orange single. I don't make enough singles. Like whenever you see a picture with someone wearing all the KANDI, they've got loads of singles and I never end up making them because I think, well, I could just make a cuff instead. But yeah, and I have stars, KANDI stars, and I love making these stars. And then I have some, I love wearing necklaces. Sometimes these cuffs are way too much of a sensory issue, so I love wearing necklaces. Generally I can wear necklaces without really being bothered unless it's really hot or I'm really overstimulated. I've done it on this one as well, like colour clear, or on this one I've actually done like light blue, like almost clear blue, and then actual blue. So I love wearing this because it just kind of brings out my hair. And then I did another one, if you know you know, and this was from a little £1 sewing kit I bought from Morrison's. And this, I'm so proud of myself. I'm still so proud of myself for making it. And I just love this. I love it. And I've done so many different charms. Again, this was off a necklace I got from ASOS a couple of years ago and I didn't like it. So I just cut it up and I used the different charms. You know, I've got again, this was off that necklace. Some buttons, some different charms. I have these rings, these two. These are legacy rings for me because these were when I first started to make KANDI jewellery in general. I got these really horrible cheap beads off Amazon that were like these kinds, different colours I think, but I absolutely love these. Now I did have more, so you know how there's a pink and a blue, I did have a pink one and a blue one, you know, like on its own, like this yellow, but I've lost them. I remember once I was on a night out with my mum and I went to go flush the toilet and one of them slipped right off my finger, like as I was flushing it. So yeah, it was like a set, like I wore them all together. And then this one, I'm so proud of myself. This is a removable one, so obviously this comes off, and this actually, I know I said X-Base Supremacy, but this stitch, I don't know what this is called, maybe this one is the ladder stitch, where the spine is exposed, but I love that. Obviously this is an X-Base, so I've done like the little beads, and I was trying to use up my pink beads because I had loads and I just haven't used them. So obviously I didn't have enough to alternate the whole way around, so I just did these like sort of, you know, like how you can have a feature wall in a room, like a feature stripe, and I just really love it. I think it's really nice, chunky, big. This I wouldn't wear out the house a lot because it's so big and heavy. Just I just wouldn't be able to. Okay, for some of the exposed stitching, some examples of those. Obviously editing me will put what these are all called, but oh, look at it. I love this. For some reason I love seeing the actual, because like you can get rainbow thread. Imagine doing like a rainbow cuff and seeing like the rainbow thread. If you look closely, it's like I use purple string for like the dark purple, and then for the pinky purple it's just white string. This is stacked up by 4, but then it's two rows inside. I love this. Look at how, I don't wear purple ever, but I had some purple beads and I was not going to let them go to like just sat there never being used, so I thought, look how cute. So if I ever wear like a rainbow outfit or a pink outfit, I can incorporate these. This, I love this so much. So obviously I've done like diagonal stripes and I've used pink string. I did this one. I really like this one as well. The thing is, I have one green outfit. So I did this with the green string. Again, I was talking about how I have like one green outfit, right? So I made a load of green candy to sort of like go with the outfit and make it more of an outfit. So obviously I have these Halloween looking rings, and they are like a little set. One has the green button, one has the orange button, and then I also have this star bracelet. So it's like little stars connected together, and you can just wear it like that. Now this is a necklace that I'm really proud of. Basically I had this because obviously, so my name is Jade, and if you know what jade is, it's like green. It's like a shade of green, right? So when I was younger on holiday, my mum got me like a little bracelet, a green bracelet. I don't know if I chose it myself or because my name was Jade, but it had loads of different little green. It was just like the best bracelet ever, but obviously it's too small for me. So and it was a bit misshapen as well, just through age. So I cut it off, like cut it up, and then whatever I could thread onto this kind of thread, because it was on a thinner kind of thread, I did. So this is incorporating just, I really love this necklace because it's got the little avocado on. I love avocado. It's got little hearts, and it's got elements from the original bracelet in there. And then I have a couple of other necklaces. I have this. I don't wear it a lot because it's a bit uncomfortable, like it's a bit annoying, but just this sort of like green necklace with the button on it. And then this was obviously a lot of green beads and glow in the dark beads with like the little green, you know, feature pieces. This is a ruler, just a bog standard little mini green ruler. It was probably out of those, you know, crackers you get at Christmas. That's probably where this was from. And it's just a green thing, and I put it on the end of the necklace, and then I put some bead flowers on top of it. I think that's great. I love wearing these. It's just so fun. I think it's very like whimsical. And then I also did a watermelon like X-face cuff. So inside is the red, the watermelon seeds, and then on the outside is like then there's like the white rind, and then on the outside is the dark green, and then you know how on a watermelon it's slightly light green in places. So guys, I forgot to film an outro, but I really hope you enjoyed watching my candy tour, and yeah, bye!